Welcome to the Langley Event Center, lacrosse fans. Brad Scheller and Ryan McMichael high above the rafters here on the green turf on your Wednesday evening. First of three meetings between the Thunder and the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. Langley won 2-3 when these two teams met last year in 2012. The last 5 league champions on the floor tonight, Ryan, and always a grudge match, I think, when these two teams get together, especially the last couple of years, as Langley started taking the WLA crown from the Bellies over the last couple of seasons, and they obviously don't like that, and I think these two teams match up well on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it's definitely an intriguing matchup here at the LEC tonight. It's been a game marked on my calendar for a couple of weeks, and hopefully we've got a good, hard-fought battle across.
Storylines galore. Midski versus Midski for the first time. Reed Midski playing against his brother Brett, who's been a WLA veteran the last few seasons and coming off Defender of the Year honors. His brother Reed, a rookie for the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. He'll wear number 41 tonight. And Brandon Goodwin, the rookie lefty for the Langley Thunder, will play against his dad, Steve Goodwin, who's the coach of the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. So a few little side notes to keep an eye on tonight. All these guys are going to be fired up to get in the lineup against each other for the first time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Goodwin versus Goodwin matchup, see what kind of defensive schemes Stevie's got to slow down his son Brandon.
Fans, please be aware the ball can leave the playing surface at any time without force to cause serious injury. Keep your eyes on the game and enjoy tonight's WLA action.
His first touch of the game, and a double team quick to come over and try to hammer the instigator. Reinhold strips Ross of the ball, and then that Geich will corral for the Bellies. 4 Geich brothers in the lineup tonight. We've only seen that, I think, one other time this year. So the bloodlines are running deep here in the LEC.
Yeah, I think Milan's been out with a couple nagging injuries the last couple weeks there, so it's nice to see all 4 of them in the lineup. They're all exciting players, that's for sure.
Neil Tyak and Brody McDonald, your 2 starting goaltenders, backed up by Mike Flintoff, the junior A call-up for the Bellies, and Matt Morehouse for the Langley Thunder, who's yet to see a lot of rubber yet this year. Brody McDonald, consistently one of the busiest tenders in the league. Nucci and Turner go to work on the offense for the Langley Thunder. 12 on the shot clock for Jackson. Pass inside. Turner's on the crease, but he's bodied outside by Lunny. There's a loose ball into the corner. Shot clock winding down on Turner. Does he know it? 3 seconds. Lets one go, and a big kick saved by Tyak.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Neil got a piece of that or if it hit the post, but it was definitely a nice
Fans
shot.
Here at the Langley Event Center, there are no in and out privileges. Also, the Langley Event Center is a non-smoking facility. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
66 goals for. They continue to be a little bit snake bit without Garrett Billings in the lineup. As Alex Geich, who's been one of the more snake bit players in the league all season. He came in with a 3-goal game in his first game. He's only had 1 goal since. Was scratched by Goodwin to try to get his stick going. And he'll try to do so tonight. It's the best way to get out of a slump for you. Just keep shooting.
Keep shooting till you're hot, right? Like, especially a player of Alex's offensive abilities. You know, if you just keep shooting, keep getting the looks, eventually they're going to drop.
Logan Schuss's first trip to the LEC.
Yeah, he's a player that I think everybody should be having their eye on. He's definitely had a good impact at the start of the year for the Bellies. Him and Ilya are working well together.
He's on the floor right now. Ilya out of the front gate exclusively this season. As the Thunder pick up a loose ball in their own end, they head up the floor. 2.5 minutes gone here. No score from the LEC. Brad Scheller and Ryan McMichael. As Mitch is a nice no-look pass to Iannucci through the middle. Rang one off the face mask at Tyak, and up the other way come the Redmen.
Salmon Bellies.
In their red jerseys. Brooklyn played tonight. We'll talk about that later. That was a special night for your family, right?
Well, yeah. Scotty McMichael, mine lacrosse night.
Slovak's hammered hard, trying to get out of his own zone. John Lintz picks up the Lucy. Tom Johnson waits for him as we'll see if the Bellies want a forecheck on this big floor. They've been playing a sort of a full court press all season long, but there's a lot of room to run around that press here in the LEC.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for them to press the Langley defenders too, as they're probably the most athletic backdoor in the league here.
Milan Geich all over Turner right now. Still has the ball, 23 on the shot clock, but Reinhold drops a pass and it's into the Bellies bench. Looks like they got Ross taking a couple shifts on offense here. I don't know how he'll go change. That just create a look for the defense maybe.
I think he just likes to mosey on down the floor and waste a little bit of time here and there.
Regan Harding, another rookie. The pride of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, takes a shot. And a loose ball scrum near center. Scott Johnson after it, but it's picked up by Ian Poole, who'll run it to safety. Gets a round of applause for his bench as the offense goes to work. Iannucci leading the attack. Has Belton on his right and hands off to Mitch McMichael. McMichael dangles low, takes a pick. Looking for a man inside is Goodwin, but the pass is knocked down. Goodwin was open. Good backdoor cut. Lunny back the other way to Logan Schuss. His first good touch. Logan brings it in deep to the offensive zone. Johnson sets a pick, and Logan goes far side to Keegan Ball, but an injured man on the floor. Johnson goes down, tries to get back up. Alex Geitch, scoop pass back to Keegan Ball, who drops it. And it's hustled up the floor by McGrady. The long stride, looking for help out of the gate, has Jackson. Jackson winding up, has time, pass down to the crease, but is dropped by Danilkowitz. Krepensek make that. Danilkowitz was dished. Now Jackson slowly brings it into the O-zone. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pick set hard, outside shot. And Tyak had to bite low to make the save.
Yeah, Neil's definitely put together a good year for him. T. Ridge mysteriously still out of the lineup. We don't know if he's hurt or if he's tired or what's going on, but Neil's held him in a lot of games, gave him a chance to win most nights.
4-3 record, 9.46 goals against average. He comes up with another big save early in this game. Hugh Weir legs it back, and Milan Nanadgaich rather beats his man. Tries to get to the net. Fake, now he makes his way through again. He was looking for a pass. Pass knocked down. And good defense by Ian Poole to take the shot away from Milan Gaich.
This is going to be fun trying to get all these guys, their names right tonight. Gaich to Gaich to Gaich to Gaich.
A lot of Gaiches, a lot of Midskis, couple good wins. Kyle Belton rips one low, wide. Iannucci tries to grab the loose ball, but it's picked up by Ross. And the Bellies are in transition up the floor, led by Hodgson. Looks for a trailer, rips a shot, and McDonald makes the save. It's been one of New West's successes this year, is their goals out of the back end. Hodgson's been burying a couple. Jeff Cornwall, who's not in the lineup tonight, he's answered the bell a few times.
Yeah, Hodgie definitely had a good year in Washington. Cornwall, same over there in Edmonton. But they can definitely put the ball in the net if they get open floor and, you know.
But so can the Langley Thunder. They know this floor so well. Alex Geitch legs it into the offensive zone. Tries to roll a pass, but is kicked out of the way. And a scrum at center. John Lintz against Harding. Harding loses his twig. And Lintz will chase the loose ball down. The Thunder have numbers. Van Beek, the trailer, inside, takes a shot. And I don't think Tyak got a piece of that. Shot clock still ticking.
That's just good hard work by John Lintz there. Forcing the turnover, then making it happen on the odd man.
And he slowed up but waited to see who was cutting. I don't think he saw Van Beek until he put on the brakes and looked back. Well, Mitch McMichael spinning, shooting. Konechny got a stick on it, and that ball's into the Bellies bench. Just over 7 minutes gone here, no score from the Langley Event Center. Keegan Ball, the leading rookie point getter so far this season. 10th overall in the league, does a scoop pass back. Ilya tries to run his way through the middle, couple bodies slide over, take the check away. And another loose ball battle in the Langley end, won by Ian Poole. So defensive zone loose balls have been pretty big here for Langley so far.
Yeah, and that's just a tribute to the high-pressure defense that they try and run here in Langley, right? Everybody's going, and it creates turnovers, and then you're always odd man in the ball when the other team coughs it up.
Iannucci spots a lane, rips a sub shot again. I think it's off the toes of DeWolf and out of play, so Iannucci will try again. Goodwin pass inside, quick stick shot by Toll. And Tyak was sharp on that one.
That was a good look by Mr. Goodwin.
Jarrett Toll in just his third game. Played a couple senior B games in Northern Alberta and has found his way back here. Shot low to low from Regan Harding, and it hits a foot. Mitski legs up the floor in pursuit. Big pick set. Mitski takes it right through the middle, lets a shot go low. Tyak makes a save, rebounds through the crease, but Cummings is there to pick it up. Ross legs it back out. Jordan McBride will start off on the O. Shot clock not ticking right now.
Yeah, neither is the game clock, actually.
Time is frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Quick stick shot. McBride hit behind the net, now to play, so Langley will bring it up. 11:20 to go and no score. Shot 7-4 in favor of the Thunder. Trent Hawk, the rookie, in just his second game. Pass through the middle line. Iannucci to goes high. And Tyak got over again. Takes up a lot of net, does number 33.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Trent Hawk there, too. Finding Iannucci coming hard off the bench.
Then that guy tries to elbow his way in. Hands off to the youngest brother on the team, Alex. And he goes far side to Logan Schuss. Being watched by Midski. Pick set. Schuss, no look shot. And McDonald struggled with that one a little bit, but makes the save.
I think that's probably the matchup that we're going to see tonight is Brett Midski guarding Mr. Schuss.
Aggressive on the loose balls, the Thunder, but Robinson comes up with it. Tyak tries to set a pick on Van Beek. And the Bellies make their way up the floor, led by Alex Geitch again.
Like I said, tonight's game-winning goal scorer. All brought to you by Stampede Tank and Western Wear. Number 10.
McBride tries to split a double, and he's stripped. Poole legging it up the floor. But Cummings gets back to break up the play. Poole puts on the brakes, looks for help. Gets a pass from Iannucci behind the net. You hear the call for the pass from up here as McMichael goes to goal. Scoop pass back, Iannucci. Oh, that would have been a pretty one.
Lucky pass getting through there. Mitch trying to do a couple things, make something happen, and that's too bad Nuge couldn't capitalize on that.
Skippy's Board Shop in Portco, Quitlam, sponsor of number 77, Rob Van Beek. Welcome now as brand new Langley Thunder sponsor.
Ilya Geitch will give it a try against Levesque. Levesque pressuring Geitch hard to the outside, but he finds a lane. Scoop pass back to Schuss. Another pass down to Geitch, tucks it low. McDonald got over. You talk about that chemistry between Schuss and Geitch so far, and there's a prime example. So we get the first penalty of the game, a slash as someone's heading off the floor.
Yeah, it seems like Ilya and Logan have put together a good season so far. Their chemistry just kind of started right off the hop, and two good players, obviously, most of the time it's going to work for you.
So John Lintz heads to the bench. Langley Thunder, the league's best penalty kill at 73.8%, will go to work against the league's second worst power play for New Westminster, 31%.
That surprises me with the firepower they have up here.
Just lets one go, trickles on the doorstep. Is it in? Referee Nick Thomas taking a close look.
Brody doing the on the floor shuffle there.
Yeah, the old roller.
Yeah, no, don't get up, just roll.
Reinhold is hit from behind, who jumps to catch the pass, and London gave him a bump while he was in the air. He'll get a couple for a back check here.
Yeah, that one looked like it hurt. Tor seems to be okay, though.
So we'll go 4-on-4 off this massive floor. 8:49 to go here, first period. No scores. We'll have 4-on-4 for 90 seconds, and then the Thunder will have a brief power play.
U.S. penalty, number 47, Kevin Money. 2 minutes for checking for the high. Time of the penalty, 11.
Turner passes across the floor to Iannucci. Ball's inside for Turner. Falls and shoots. Tucks it around far side. Almost got a little bit of a curve on it as he sucked it, wrapped it around Tyak. 1-0 Langley.
Yeah, I think that was just a good on-ball pick by Shane Jackson. Freed up Alex Turner. He kind of loosened Kyle Ross off of him there, and I think it was Nuge that found him cutting through the middle after they swung the ball to the righties.
Turner gets his team leading 14th goal of the season. 4-on-4. Now the Bellies will try their turn on offense. 4-on-4. Logan Schuss finds a lane and answers right back. They left them all alone. Just a rip right off the shoulder. Top shelf. 1-1 just like that.
Yeah, that was a bad change in defensive transition by Mitch McMichael there coming back. And New West just found the open guy. Would happen to be Logan Schuss. This is bad luck.
15th of the year for the rookie. That leads all first-year players, and another 4-on-4 goal. Procedure called on the Bellies, and the Thunder will go back on offense 4-on-4 for 50 seconds. McMichael hanging out at center. Someone yelling, "Get moving." And now he makes his way towards net. Flip pass inside, but Goodwin's knocked away. Now McMichael breaks up a pass, forces a turnover here, and gets another possession for the Langley Thunder.
That's good work there after he kind of wasted the first one to get it back for the boys here. Hopefully we can capitalize on this one.
Goodwin bouncers low on his old junior teammate Neil Tyak, and he makes a save. Former captain of the Bellies is Brandon Goodwin. And in any other draft, he would have gone either 2 or 3 to the Bellies. They like to keep so many former Belly captains who flooded this league, and a lot of them end up on New Westminster. But Goodwin slipped to 7 overall. And Langley grabbed their left-handed sniper.
Yeah, it was good that he slipped down there. Sorry, I was kind of surprised that somebody didn't jump on him a little bit earlier. But as you said, with the depth of that draft, like who are you going to take out instead of take him? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So 8 seconds. The Bellies will just sit on it. And then Lenny will come back on the floor for even strength. So we see 2 4-on-4 goals with 6:46 left to go in the first period. Logan Schuss picks up by Geitch. Flip pass inside for Alex Geitch. He drops it. McDonald tries to get a paddle behind the net, but the ball's picked off by McGrady.
Yeah, I'd like to see Langley start matching up a little bit more of the big bodies of like Brett Mitski or John Lintz on Logan Schuss, trying to eliminate a little bit of the power move that he does have.
Alex flip packs back to Keegan Ball. Inside for Alex Geitch again. He drops that one, and Van Beek picks it off. Looking for help up the floor. McGrady spreads out. And he headmans to Shane Jackson. Jackson bounces it to Turner, and the Thunder go to work. 3 lefties. Jackson pass behind the net to Kyle Belton. Reinhold to Nucci. He drops a pass. Hodgson gives chase. Nucci running out of time. 4 on the shot clock, trying to find himself a lane. He'll just lob it into the corner.
Yeah, that's Belly's defense definitely stepping up the game a bit on Nucci, not giving him too much room to work. Just relies on, or makes you rely on the other righties to try and get him open a little bit more.
McBride to Schuss, picks up by Johnson, and Schuss rifles another one from deep in the offensive zone. It squeaks past McDonald, 2-1.
Yeah, that's just a tough break. Brody got a nice piece of that, but unfortunately he shoots the ball so hard, and instead of getting a piece, you got to get the whole thing to stop it. But the kid can definitely shoot the ball, that's for sure.
16th of the year. Such a quick release. Doesn't even look like he's going to wind up. All of a sudden that ball is off the shoulder and in the back of the net. He's got 4 goals in 4 games. Rather, 8 goals in 4 games down with the Ohio Machine, the MLL. And will likely be a first overall NLL pick come fall.
Yeah, I can't see him going anywhere else but first.
Jared Tolles ahead of the play, getting some offensive gate time here tonight. Kerry Krzyzewski out of the lineup, so they're really only running Belton, Iannucci, and Toll as the right-handed shooters as Belton lets one go low to low, short side. and ties it right back up at 2.
Yeah, he's got such a strange release on him and a strange windup that I'm surprised that he doesn't score a lot more from the outside. Not because it doesn't surprise me because he's not a good shooter. It surprises me because I don't think goalies have any idea on where he's shooting the ball. You know what I mean? If you just watch his windup and you watch his release, he cranks it so many times. Like, who knows when he's shooting it?
Yeah, you don't know if that's going to be a bounce shot. You don't know if that's going high or low.
You know, he's bringing it from his right side, and he's almost crossing his body and then putting it short side. It's just it's an amazing shot. Don't get me wrong, but I have no idea how he does it personally.
Does he shoot enough?
No, he definitely doesn't shoot enough, and he's got such a great outside shot on him from his years down at school that I would like to see him shoot the ball not a lot more, but probably averaging 3 to 5, 6 shots a game.
4:23 to go, first period. Tie game at 2s here at the Langley Event Center. And Schuss, another no-look shot.
Yeah, he looks like he's feeling it right now. That could be bad news for Langley.
Scott Johnson hits his trailer. It's Goodwin, drops a hand, is in a little bit too deep, retreats behind the net, and tries to get it past the center. Turner with the one-handed grab and a nice pass down to Jackson. Good stick work here by the Thunder. Jackson back to Turner, winds up. Tries to get around Robinson, goes far side. Belton drops a pass and tries to grab at the loose ball. Does, but 3 bellies collapse on top of Belton and they look up the floor.
Yeah, the offense right now seems to be too content with staying to the outside. Like nobody's really setting hard picks. Nobody's banging through the middle. I think they're missing the body of Joel McCready right now. Just try and get the offense going a little bit. I think maybe that's why Mr. Toll's up there playing offense.
Krepinsak on Ilya Geitz, tries to find a lane pass down to the crease to Keegan Ball. Quick stick shot, and McDonald gets over. The 6'4" frame of McGrady lumbers it up the floor. To Tor Reinhold. Schuss caught for a shift on D, stands up to Reinhold as he passes to McMichael.
Yeah, I'd like to see them utilize this Schuss on defense here.
They let Iannuthi go ISO on the rookie Midski, and Tyak makes a save.
It's also a good matchup.
And that Geitz up the floor, being blocked by Tor Reinhold, pressuring the Bellies captain. In some trouble, so he passes off. And Hodgson will go to work. Caught for a shift on O is Haji. Pass through the middle, Marty Cummings, who draws back into the lineup tonight. It's been in and out as the Bellies try to solidify their lefties. Johnson lets one go, and that Geitz picks it up for a fresh clock.
Yeah, defense, you got to step up here, look a little bit tired.
Ilya picks it up, Jordan McBride down on the crease. Denad tries to tuck it short side. McDonald gets the big shoulder over.
Nice ball movement by the Bellies here. Langley changed up and they isolated the odd man down on the crease, and Brody made a nice save. Johnson goes for a run, but he's stripped right in the middle of the offensive zone. Tyak uses his big paddle to get a pass up the floor for Jesse Fair. The Alberta native hands off to Ross. To Ilya Geitz. Ross and Fair both stay. Alex in too deep, hits the trailer. It's Keegan Ball, far side to Logan Schuss. Pass inside, and Ross drops it. And now Levesque in a foot race with Logan Schuss at center. Nice strip by Schuss.
Yeah, that's that field game coming in handy for him right there.
Fakes the handoff. Schuss still with the rock. Minute 18 to go. And a 2-2 game.
Yeah, it's been a treat so far. You know, back-to-back, both ends of the floor action here. Belly standing to look good tall on defense. Langley playing typical.
Big save by McDonald. Trickled in. He threw the paddle up.
I'd like to see that one again.
And it ends up in the back of the net. I believe Ilya Geitz took the shot. The ball was trickling on the doorstep. It looked like he made the save.
I thought he made the save, too. That's what I mean. We're not going to see it again being in Langley, but I would like to see it again.
Grant us our wish, team. Robinson out to take the draw against McMichael. Robinson's been about 43% in there this season. McMichael's pulling at 46.
Time 18:59. McBride, unassisted goal, 18:59.
Gave that one to Jordan. Oh,
no looker on the crease, and Tyak flashes some leather.
Nice save, Mr. Tyak.
The Argyle mesh flying in the breeze.
Now, he got a game in Washington this year, did he not? Or half of a game?
I think he got it like about a period.
One of T-Rich's
About a period
fives.
in, yeah. They tried 3 or 4 backups before they settled on Roig. Settled back on Roig.
First one being Patterson, correct?
Patterson was in there. Matt King was there for a little bit. Tyak.
A little confusion going on the floor here.
Now we got a timeout.
Ilya Gaich walked off the bench. They had 6 guys on, but he walked off the bench to call the timeout. So as they called the timeout, they had 6 guys on the floor. But Ilya was the 6th guy, and he's the one who called the timeout.
Timeout, New West.
So still going to call. Timeout's going to stand anyways. With 8.1 seconds, the Bellies will have the ball. And try to increase their lead.
I'd like to see him just jump right out on Logan Shush, take him right out of the play right now before the play even starts, and then go 5-on-4. He's such a good playmaker, and you have to respect his shot, right? So if you just take him out of the play right now, go 5-on-4, those 4 guys can, I think, handle the 5 that we got coming from the Bellies.
Well, they do. John Lynch just grabs a hold of Shuss's jersey. The shot's taken by McBride.
I think Jordan would like to have that one back.
McDonald makes a stop and keeps it 3-2 after 20 minutes of play. Bellies outshot the Thunder 18-14. A good end-to-end action, good stick work. It looked like everyone's sort of feeling it on a Wednesday night here at LEC and letting some fancy stick work go on and put on a little showcase here for the fans of the event center.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's been back and forth. It's a good solid 20 minutes played by both teams. I think Langley would have liked to capitalize on a couple more opportunities that they had, and obviously New West would too. But you know, we still got 40 minutes to go here, and I'm sure everybody will come out fine for the second.
The Gabby's girls will take the floor, and we'll take a break. Brad Schellner and Ryan McMichael from the Langley Event Center. The Bellies 3, the Thunder 2 after 20 minutes. We'll talk to you in a few. Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center, lacrosse friends. Brad Schellner and Ryan McMichael with you going into the second period of action here. After 20, it's the Bellies 3, the Salmon Bellies 3, and the Langley Thunder 2. Logan Schuss 2 goals, Kyle Belton with a goal, Alex Turner. And then we still been pick up, I think, who had the go-ahead goal, that weird shot that was off Brody McDonald, which we thought was a save up here, but ended up trickling in. I think they might have given it to Ilya Gaich. But
I think they gave it to Jordan McBride, actually.
Brad Schellner, Ryan McMichael with you. Jake Elliott's Langley Junior Thunder trailing right now 6-1 across the Portman Bridge in Coquitlam as they try to fight their way back into first place in the BC Junior League. As it's been the Logan Schuss story for the first 20 minutes, Ryan. They're going to find a way to shut this guy down. And you mentioned pretty much put your best defender on him, put your biggest body on him, and sort of welcome him into the WLA. He hasn't seen a lot of 6'4", 230-pound defenders in his junior days, and those are the guys that are going to have to line up against him here tonight.
Yeah, as we said, I'd like to see him use Brett Mitski, maybe John Lintz on him a little bit more, get the body going, and make him work to get to the middle instead of just shooting the ball from the outside uncontested.
Neil Tyak's made 12 saves through 20 minutes. Brody McDonald's made 15. As the Thunder look for the equalizer, 9-inch does a jump shot high and wide. Tolles there on the doorstep, can't bring in the loose ball. And Neil Tyak looks for the breakup pass up the floor.
That's low percentage shot by Nooch, but he likes to shoot those and catch the goalie a little bit off guard.
Alex Geitz, shoot till you're hot, and he's wide. He's going to get inside again. Oh, it's picked off. Ian Poole forces a turnover, delayed penalty coming up. Probably too many men out of the gate for the Bellies.
Yeah, I think that's what we got here.
So the Thunder will get their first real good power play. Their last one was only 30 seconds. They scored a 4-on-4 goal. They'll try this time with the man advantage. Third best power play in the league, 40.5%. Scored on the power play 15 times. They'll line up with Jackson, Iannucci, Kyle Belton, who has a goal, Alex Turner, and Goodwin, the rookie, down on the left side crease.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of firepower here on the Langley power play.
No look pass, Goodwin for Iannucci, drops it, it's picked off. And here comes Reed Mitski. Too many men of the offensive gate now for New West.
Trying to get that little bit of jump, can't blame them. Everybody does in the league, and it's just the referee's discretionary call.
So Thunder will set up again, same look.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to steer too far away from this power play here. I haven't seen them do it too much all year.
Iannucci fakes a pass, now he gets it to Jackson. Likes a shot low, Tyak the save, rebound right on the crease. And Belton's there to pick it up for a fresh clock. Turner behind the back pass, another no-looker, and it goes high into the netting. The Bellies will try to kill some time. Minute and a half gone. Second period, 3-2 New West.
I think this is the guy that you want to jump. You can't let them do their up and down and just move the ball. You want to try and jump them when they're up at the top here and trap them with your two guys.
Gage calls for some motion. He's trying to get his players to spread the floor a little bit. Logan Schuss pops out, and then he lobs it to his brother Ilya high on the other side of the floor.
Yeah, and this is what you want to avoid. You want to avoid trying to let the Bellies go up and down and just make the uncontested passes.
Schuss looks for a short-handed shot inside, but it's knocked down. And Trent Hawk legs it up. Hands off to Iannucci, and the power play has 32 seconds to work with. Motion starts. Turner down to the crease to Jackson with Goodwin right on the doorstep. Turner shoots, looking for that high shot. Iannucci chases the loose ball down. 4 seconds on the shot clock. It's skip pass down to the crease, but Jackson threw it behind the net. And the Bellies only have to kill 10 more seconds. There's a man out of the gate. It's Keegan Ball. Breakaway, and Brody McDonald makes a fine save.
Yeah, this young fella's definitely had a good start to the season. He's put the ball in the net and at his opportunities, and that was a good move there, but Brody just beat him to the spot.
Back to even strength as Goodwin takes a shot high into the chest of Tyak. He looks for a breakout pass. He has Lunny. Lunny looks toward his bench. Toward McBride's outside. Bounce pass to McBride, and the motion starts. 20 on the shot clock. Jesse Fair. Johnson trying to get some room, and Mitski with a little hold as Johnson was trying to make his way to the net, and he's giving him the gears for it too.
Yeah, that definitely was a hold, but I'm not a fan of Mr. Thomas here making the call just because Teach throws his arms up. And, go hard to the net, that's fine. Everybody takes a hold, everybody grabs, but you don't need to make a big production out of it.
So the Bellies will get their opportunity on the power play. Just 31% on the year, going up against the league's best penalty kill for a full 2 minutes this time. Last time they evened things up, they had a power play and it took their own penalty 30 seconds in. 2 rookie offensive players on the floor for the Bellies on their power play this season.
2 quality ones, though, at that.
Yeah. As Poole's tripped up, double team comes over. Poole able to throw the ball down the floor, and the Thunder might have a chance to get it. Tyak gets the paddle out, tries not to step up his own crease. And then a dropped pass picked up by Johnson.
Yeah, that's a tough play there.
Johnson runs it in deep for the Thunder, looks for someone to hand off to as McMichael. He's got a minute 14 to kill.
See, now on the other hand, Langley, I'd like to see them do a little bit more of what the Bellies do. Instead of just having one guy run around, I'd like to see them go up and down like what they're starting to do now. But recent games, they've just been trying to get the one guy and they've been getting trapped and losing the ball. Do a little bit more up and down, get your offensive guys moving, get the defense tired.
Reinhold had some trouble in the double team, so he just throws it into the corner. Jet Konechny picks it up, and the Bellies have the power play for another 47 seconds. They wait. Get a full change, right personnel sets up. And Logan Schuss goes far side to Jordan McBride. 4.5 gone. Keegan Ball looking for motion. Takes a shot. It's wide. Rebound picked up by Krepensek. And Lintz sprints like a madman to the gate. Alex Turner's out for the breakaway. Short-handed Turner. And Tyak makes a big save.
Alex kind of just he faked where he wanted to go there. I don't really understand that too much. I'd like to see him maybe fake to the short side and bring it back far side if that's where he ultimately wants to go.
The wheels on Lintz, though, to get off the floor. Krepensek was looking up the floor to make the pass to Lintz, who thought he might run it up. And then Lintz was to the gate in no time flat.
We got Mitski here.
Mitski out of the penalty box. Another breakaway if he can bring the ball in a little bit too deep. Trip towards the crease. Krepensek drops the breakout pass from behind.
That's tough break there.
They have to hustle back. Back to even strength as the Bellies go 0 for 1 on the power play.
Just getting a little feedback from
shot by Ilya Gaich, uses a screen, goes high, short side. Johnson put his body in front of McDonald, who didn't get a good look, and it's 4-2.
Yeah, that's just a good hard shot by Ilya coming short side, top shelf. And I think there might have been a little bit of a screen there, so Brody might have been fighting seeing the ball, but that's just, not too many goalies in the league are going to stop that. That's a good hard shot by Ilya Gaich.
As he hits double digits, number 10 on the year.
Yeah, as he goes, the Salmon Bellies team's going to go. If Ilya's playing on, then the whole team's going to be on it. And the offense runs through him, definitely, kind of like it does when Garrett Billings is here in Langley or Iannucci now. There we go.
As he answers right back, number 23 trickles it right over the toes of Tyak, and it's 4-3.
And that's slowly kind of becoming the Nucha shot, right? He's been taking that, bounce off him, lean back, and just keep going low to low. And he overpowers goalies with that hard shot that he cranks from the top of the dots there.
Iannucci gets double digits on the other side, his 10th of the year. Bellies called on procedure, and the Thunder will get the ball right back, down by 1, 14-14 to go second period. What's the feedback again?
Well, our friend, the WLA reporter on Twitter, wants to know how Mr. Shush is doing, and I think he's having an RA game now with 2 of the 4 goals.
50% of the Bellies offense.
Yeah, definitely star in the making, that's for sure, as he liked the hashtag there.
Yeah, I've had a first period hat trick in Maple Ridge a couple of weeks ago. Ended up putting up 9 points, 6 and 3 in that one.
Yeah.
Sort of his coming out party, and he's only had 1 game where he's been held to 1 goal or less so far this year.
It's too bad our friends in Brooklyn wouldn't let Mr. Matthews come out, because that would be a matchup that I would pay money to see for sure. 2 offensive studs, going to be the best 2 in the game easily.
Yeah, give him another couple years. So Grant and Doyle and some of those big powerful lefties retire, and let those 2 guys go to work on the league.
Oh, definitely. Let's not forget Mr. Jackson here in Langley also.
Iannucci looking for McMichael in the corner. Can't get a pass off. Hands off to Belton. Belton through traffic, hit a bucket. Hit Iannucci's bucket and popped right off. And Belton lets another shot off. I think Nuch might have been confused. Maybe thought it was off one of the slashes as he was double teaming his sandwich. McBride charges the crease. Kick save McDonald. And picked off by Lintz.
Going back to Logan Shush, and it's not just the way that he shoots the ball. He sees the floor so well. He just makes plays just by having the ball. He can camp out at top, and he's still making plays because you have to respect him so much.
Breakaway for Konechny, throws a sidearm shot in and way too deep. And a good save for McDonald. Now Van Beek will get called for offense in front of the Bellies bench as he's taken for a ride. But nonetheless, Bellies will have the ball. The read on Logan in the Burnaby game the other night against his brother Carlton Schuss, I think he gave his Lakers a heads up that, hey, my brother comes from the same gene pool. We can get under his skin a little bit. And that's what Burnaby was doing. They were taking a lot of liberties against Logan. He was quiet, only had 1 goal in that last game against the Burnaby Lakers. Not a lot of offense got going in that game at all, as it was a 5-4 game, but you can tell Logan Schuss was getting a little frustrated in that game. He was doing some uncharacteristic hacks and whacks as he was running on and off the floor. Maybe that's what teams are going to have to try to do if they want to shut down.
Well, you could say that about a lot of star players in this game too, though, right? If their offensive game isn't going, you tend to get frustrated, and you tend to do things that, it's not necessarily in your niche of the game that you want to play, right? You start taking, the odd bad shot, then you get frustrated and the guy runs by you and you give him a little hack, and then, somebody's in your head, and, it's tough because a lot of these guys know how to get you too, right?
Iannucci splits a double, can't get the shot off though as he loses the ball. Picked up by Tyak, and he looks for a breakout pass to Hodgson.
I think that's just one too many moves by Nuch. I would have liked to see him shoot the ball as soon as he got it. He just overpowered him with that exact same shot, right? Why not try it again?
Here comes Logan Schuss, drops a hand, Levesque Relentless on the hacks there, and Schuss hands off to Cummings. Far side, Keegan Ball fakes one. Now he passes to Cummings, and lets Logan Schuss have another turn. Matched up against Krepensek, tries a little low scoop pass, and Lintz picks it off. Passes ahead of the play for Scott Johnson, but the pass is too far. Johnson waits for help. Hits the offense, Jarrett Toll, who's coming out of the offensive gate tonight. Bouncer far side, Goodwin winds up, chucks one low. Looking like his boy Iannucci there.
Yeah, you know, let's try and get away from a little bit of that, though. We've been shooting the ball right out of the stick here. Let's try and make a move. Let's say go high, go a little bit hipper. Let's try and get him moving his feet a little bit more instead of just letting him set and shooting the ball right out of the stick, right?
Schuss almost had a lane, Ilya. Now he takes a shot, a hard one, and McDonald went down to his knees to make that save. Everybody changes up. Toll looks towards the bench, has two options, hits Jackson around Ross, but he's behind the net.
Oh, he had Tor there wide open on the side, too. Just missed him.
Now Iannucci tries to crash the crease, and Tyak crashes on Nuch. Referee's timeout as McDonald getting his stick worked out. I think that might have been that last Schuss shot.
Yeah, that was definitely a heater. Coming in hot. Country night here at the LEC.
Yeah, they got all the Wild West music, the good, the bad, the ugly, the Gabby's girls. It's my kind of lacrosse game.
Game day promotions really doing big things at the LEC this year.
Solid country gold here tonight. I love it.
The other night, what was it? Environmental night.
How fun was that?
Oh, it was something, I'll tell you that. Me and my boy Jumbo.
Keeping it green.
Yeah.
Jordan McBride spinning behind the net, passes to Keegan Ball. Hawk swings at McBride. He lets one go short side low with Hawk on his back, basically.
That's just a beautiful shot by Jordan. There's, that's great defense. He's all over him, and Jordan's a shooter, right? So he's going to put those in. Nice little low to low coming across his body, hits it far side.
Second of the night for McBride, 19 on the year.
Not officially second of the night. I don't know. I'm thinking that they gave it to him.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and take a peek. But if it is, it's 20. I think he's the second player to hit that mark this year. It's Curtis Dixon still high above the league at 34 goals, 62 points. Next closest guy is Dane Stevens at 41. The head of the play, Reinhold.
Through the crease. What?
Yeah, through the crease to grab the Lucy.
Yeah.
So he has to turn it over to New Westminster.
Yeah. That's a nice try by Tor. He got him moving his feet. He just couldn't beat him to the spot. Mr. Tyak's putting together a nice game for himself.
Regan Harding with the chrome head and the silver mesh.
That's loud.
It's like a fish lure when he's sailing through the offensive zone. Schuss, another high heater.
Yeah, he can
shoot.
He's coming in high and hot, that's for sure.
Midski back the other way. Levesque sets a pick. Midski looks for the offense out of the gate.
Yeah, get that settled down. Let's get our offensive guys on the floor and get the guys who are paid to score the goals to score the goals.
9 minutes to go. Belton passes far side. Jackson with all the time in the world lets one go high. And Belton grabs the loose ball. He's matched up against Schuss right now. Schuss is going to sneak up the floor. He's got a couple steps. But the Langley Thunder get a fresh clock and take.
Yeah, I don't know if they should have got that reset. Didn't seem like it hit anything to me. But the offense, it just seems like we're standing around the middle and settling for these outside shots.
Schuss has a bear hug on Iannucci right now. Shot hits him in the back of the leg. He'll shake that one off. As Ross lets a vicious hack go in front of the bench on McMichael. Loose ball picked up by Goodwin. He's on his wrong side, so he chases around the net. Then Iannucci wasn't ready for a pass as the shot clock went off.
No, and still, everybody's sitting outside the dotted lines. You're not in this league. The goaltendings are too good. The defense is too good. You're not gonna win many games, and you're not gonna score many goals with the majority of your offense being outside the dotted line.
John tries to swim over Hawk. Was far side to Keegan Ball. Lintz gives chase. Bad pass to Alex Gaich all the way down at center with just 16 on the shot clock. Alex Gaich brings it back in. Pass to ball is dropped, and Krepensek and the Thunder sprint up the floor.
The two Coquitlam products breaking out.
Hawk looking for cutters. To Turner, Reinhold, and the lefties go to work. Kyle Belton. Turner lets one go, saved by Tyak. He looks for a breakout pass, hits Hodgson. To Jesse Fair across center, and the Bellies have numbers.
Just got our visit by our good buddy Mr. Morneau, telling all our listeners to vote for their favorite Canadian on MLB.com.
Think we know who that's going to be.
Oh yeah, Georgie's always putting the plug in for his son.
Alex Geich tries to choose a loose ball down, knocked over by Harding. He picks up a shot. McDonald get a piece of that one. No, he didn't. They thought they did. Bellies think they have time. A high heater by McBride off the back glass.
Overtime, Chicago 6, Boston 5. Series now tied at 2.
As we get the announcement that the Chicago Blackhawks have just taken Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. It's going back to Chicago. Well, it was going back anyways, but we'll see. Now it's going back to Boston.
Yeah, it's gonna be a series now, 3-5. Who do you got?
I got Boston.
You got Boston?
They're too mean.
Taves and Kane get going though. That's a whole different series.
Zdeno had a quiet night tonight, so yeah, if he goes down, anything could happen. McDonald kicks one into the corner. And Levesque and Krepensek are ahead of the play. Krepensek changes off. Reinhold on. And Kyle Belton behind the play. 5:57 to go here, second period.
Good numbers if somebody goes to the net.
Reinhold circling, looking for anything. It's a pass to Turner. 10 on the shot clock. Flip pass inside. One-handed grab. McMichael tries to go. Oh, where's that going?
I don't know. He's been married to that between the legs thing ever since he actually got it in. He even says it to himself, too. He just finds himself doing it when he doesn't even want to.
It's like it's mentally ingrained now.
Oh, dear. He's got to get away from it. That's like the third time I've seen him do it this year, I think.
Last call for the 50-50, folks. Last call. It was 50-50.
Harding gets a hard pick set from McBride. Goes far side to Alex Geich. Johnson rolling the back door. Cut off the post.
That might have been a perfect pick set by Tom Johnson on Ilya Geich there.
He's had a few of those tonight.
He's a great off-ball player. He doesn't get enough credit for how good of an off-ball player that he is, but he makes things happen off-ball. 2-on-1
the other way. Midski to Johnson, takes a shot, and Johnson gets in the way of that one. Makes a play on the defensive end. Was a rookie of the year in this league with Langley. 2007, I believe, as Iannucci gets one off the back of Nenad Geich. That's a stinger.
Yeah, he's kind of just, I don't want to say trailed off, but he's kind of became a little bit unnoticed in the last couple of years. Kind of rejuvenating his career here in New West, but hopefully he can make it back into the big show.
Yeah, a couple different teams here. He had a stint with the Burnaby Lakers, and then had some NLL time with Washington and with Edmonton, but couldn't quite get a permanent spot on that roster this year with Turner and Zach Greer and Corey Small on that left side.
Let's not forget Mr. Matthews.
Jesse Fair trip by Hodgson, gets back up and still has time.
Turf monster.
Kids, don't forget after our second period intermission activities, you're invited down on the floor to shoot around.
Logan Schuss gets a pick set from Ilya Geich, passes it back. And Ilya goes far side to his brother Alex. Pressured by Van Beek and Poole, who take Alex Geich for a ride, and the penalty coming up to Langley.
Yeah, that's tough.
Aldridge makes the call.
That's just a tough body by Alex Geich, overpowering Pooley there. He doesn't have much more of an option but to grab on.
Belly's power play goes to work for the second time, 0 for 1 so far. And with 3:46 to go in the frame, have a chance to go up 6-3.
This might be my favorite country tune out there right now. They'll chew tobacco spit.
They only played a snippet of it. What was it?
Yeah. It's that new one. I think Blake Shelton.
Holding at 16-14.
Jump.
Johnson picks up the loose ball on the doorstep. He's getting some power play time. They're rewarding him for his efforts tonight.
Well, he's just like, he's making things happen for Ilya, right? Like, Logan Shush and Ilya have obviously had great chemistry, but, you know, sometimes teams can just buy into a system and break that down. So you got to have other guys that can create things for players like Ilya. And, you know, you see him out here a couple of times rolling with Shush, too. You know, he's making things happen for his teammates.
He forces a turnover over and puts the ball back in the stick of his power play. Logan Schuss behind the back pass to Geich, winds up, fires, McDonald bit.
He's almost got that release like Jordan McBride where he pulls it right behind his head.
Winds up again, not to let another one go. That one hit a stick.
He's got Alex Geich syndrome right now. Oh.
And that one's out of play. 55 seconds to kill for the Thunder. They'll spread the offensive zone to try to make some passes. It was picked off by Jesse Fair. The Bellies power play will set up again for 40 seconds as he puts on the brakes. That's
just a low percentage pass. You can't be making those when you're killing the penalty. He didn't really have any pressure on him. He's trying to force it to Shane cutting through the middle. Sit back, pull out. You're going to waste at least another 10 seconds off that.
Schuss will quarterback this one. Ilya steps in, shoots low, and McDonald squeezes it between the knee pad of the carpet. Krepensek the other way for 15 seconds. Ian Poole will come out of the box.
Yeah, the Bellies will just sit back and let him kill this.
Get a couple personnel changes, and the Thunder will try to answer back. 1:45 to go in the second period, down by 2.
Yeah, they got to get at least one before this period's over.
Reinhold underneath Konechny, backs off. Looks for a pass inside. Jackson was in traffic and dropped the pass. Now our head to play is Ilya off the tip of his stick. And interference called as Van Beek bumps into Ilya Geich up the floor. And that Geich, rather.
Fighting it already.
All 4 in the lineup tonight. We've gone this far.
Yeah, we're fighting them already.
Minute 20 to go.
And it doesn't help that 3 of them are righties.
Cummings loses a loose ball to Van Beek. He'll leg it to the floor. Has Mitski on the far side trailing. Mitski back to Van Beek on the crease. He dives but can't get a decent shot off. In just a bit too deep.
Good ball movement by the D guys running the floor there, though.
Heads up play by Beaker to leap and try to make that shot instead of just running through the crease.
If this was Saturday night, he would have made it.
Mr. Saturday Night.
Yeah. All his big games are on Saturday night, too. Watch. Yeah. I know it sounds like a cliche, but watch. Oh, Nooch.
So the only time you're going to play on a Saturday in WLA, though, is either road game in Coquitlam or maybe playoff time.
In Nanaimo, normally, I think you go over there and you'll play them on Saturday night, too. I know last year he had a big game in Nanaimo, and we were chirping him on the ferry on the way back. Oh, yeah, Saturday night, of course you're having a big game. Like we did
he works on tugboats, right? Like that's a grueling job. So hopefully he gets the weekends off and doesn't have to work on a game day like he might be today.
No, he doesn't. He comes right off the boat sometimes. Like I remember last year a couple times he came right off the boat to practice, and he's got boots on halfway up his leg. He's just as filthy as you could be. And I'm like, what were you doing? And he's like, oh yeah, I was at work. And I'm like, you're coming to practice? Like that's commitment there.
I think you had your cardio, you had your lift today on the boat. You're good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Final play of the second period. Schuss puts on the brakes. 15 on the shot clock for the Bellies. Tyak stays on the floor. 5-on-4.
Yeah,
Zainucci's in the penalty box.
No sense going 6-on-4. 5-on-4 is way better odds.
Cummings bad angle shot. Loose ball is picked up by Levesque, and he'll just chuck it all the way down. And that's it for 40 minutes. A quiet second period, just 3 goals. 2 of them by the New Westminster Sound Bellies. Ilya Geich and Jordan McBride. Iannucci got a carpet burner for the Langley Thunder, but it's 5-3 after 40 minutes. Welcome back to the Langley Event Center on Country Night, lacrosse fans. My name is Brad Challoner in for Jake Elliott tonight alongside Ryan McMichael. And you know, the reason that Jake's not here tonight, Ryan, is because his Langley Junior Thunder that he coaches are in Coquitlam. It beat up pretty bad right now, 10-2 in the third period. Jumbo's not happy about that, but I have an inkling that he's not here because he knew it was going to be country night, and he knew that I'm a massive country fan, and that he likes I think maybe everything but. I get a lot of chirpy tweets if I say anything about a country music band or artist or concert or.
Yeah, strategically planned by Mr. Jumbo.
Hashtag solid country gold.
Hashtag, yeah, you got to get it together, Jumbo. Figure it out. Country night's where you want to be here in Langley. Nothing better than some good country tunes and a good lacrosse game on the floor here.
Oh, the Gabby's girls are dancing in between periods. The country music's been playing all night long. But the Langley Thunder trail the Salmon Bellies.
Hey, since
5-3.
Since we're giving shout-outs, let's give a big shout-out to our good buddy Teddy Jenner on getting selected for the Gillette Drafted. Hopefully all the lacrosse community can get Teddy going there.
Yeah, that's a huge opportunity for him to shine some exposure on the sport that he loves most. So congratulations to our good buddy Teddy. Good luck.
Yeah, we all know Teddy will do that too, you know. Bring this beautiful game into the light of so many good sports fans that just, haven't seen it. We can tell by the, I don't want to say lackluster crowd, but it's dwindling, that's for sure. Great.
Now what's going on in Brooklyn tonight? Your uncle is being honored there?
No, that's actually my dad.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, my dad. He played a bunch of years there in Brooklyn. Won 2 Man Cups. Big crowd favorite. So they honored him by doing they retired his jersey. I think he might be one of the only guys in the Ontario lacrosse there, minus Peterborough guys, to have their jersey retired. And they do a minor lacrosse night every night for him, and they have a big ceremony, and they got an award named after him, and it's a big night there in Brooklyn.
That's awesome. How did you get the score? Did they end up winning that game, too?
I'm not sure. I was trying to get a hold of my cousin on Twitter there, who he plays for the Red, but not too much. The production that they put over there on the MLS isn't anywhere near what we do here in the WLA.
I was going to ask you, so you've been to games in both barns. Where would you rather watch a lacrosse game, in Peterborough or New West?
That's tough for me. Peterborough's great because, the crowd's into it. That's 3,000 fans. But if you put the whole Queen's Park Arena experience and been around since 1905, I think it is.
24-man cups.
24-man cups.
Banners swinging.
And my dad had a lot of battles there in Man Cup histories. And so I personally would say Queen's Park, just do all that. But Peterborough is a phenomenal place to play a game of lacrosse and watch a game of lacrosse.
Reinhold drops the ball as we keep our eye on this game here. 1 minute gone, third and final frame. Thunder down by 2. And as we were watching the replay in the intermission, basically a Jordan McBride goal where he got sort of a bad angle shot on Brody McDonald, who was, half a second away from making a fantastic save, sort of threw the stick in the air. And Ilya Gaich had a shot that almost no one in this league is going to make. He had about an 1.5 inch square ball, just about a ball-sized spot over top of Brody McDonald's right shoulder, and made that beautiful shot, and that's where we stand. Those are the 2 goal-ahead goals.
Yeah, those, the Jordan McBride goal, that was just kind of a bad bounce, for Brody, but Ilya's shot, not too many goalies in the league are going to make that, and on the same sense, a lot of guys aren't even going to put that ball in the net. Like, that was just a perfect shot by a great lacrosse player.
McBride leads the way in the game tonight, 2 goals and 1 assist. Logan Schuss has a pair of goals as well. Ethan Iannucci's 1-1, and so is Kyle Belton. And now Alex Turner, I think, is 1-1 as he just snuck a trickler in.
Yeah, that definitely was a trickler. I'd like to see the replay of that to see if the ball crossed the line before Turns went through the middle, or went through the crease there, sorry.
Make that 2 goals for Turner. As he opened the scoring for Langley, and now he has their most recent. The only time we don't have country music tonight is when the Thunder score.
Yeah. Got to stick with the regular goal Selly song here. Yeah, this is Newt's just using a big body, using the matchup against Logan Schuss, who got caught playing defense. Alex just kind of drop step low here and snuck it right between his legs. But yeah, no, I don't know if that goal should, in the NLL, I don't know if that one would have counted, as he went through the crease before the ball actually crossed the line. I'm not sure what the ruling is here, but I know in the NLL that wouldn't have counted.
Thunder offense looks a bit fired up here to start the third. They've had the ball in their offensive zone for basically the whole time. 2.5 gone. As McMichael has a rip and tucks it short side.
Yeah, Mitch just kind of utilizes the screen there and shoots over top, and he's got a good shot on himself too, right? So if he can pick a spot, and he's normally going to beat the goalie there if he can actually hit the spot that he's trying to get at. But yeah, you know, he just utilized good screen by Tor Reinhold. He shoots over 2 guys, just kind of sneaks under Neil's arm. Good shot by the young fella.
Is this offensive season going to help Mitch down in Washington next year? This is why he's up here?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what his game plan is he wants to get a little bit more of an offensive game going for the Winter League, so he can be more of a diverse two-way transitional player. But then playing with the caliber of guys that we have here in Langley, he gets some chemistry with Iannucci. He'll learn a lot from Alex Turner and Shane Jackson, and then Coach Jensen here is helping him out immensely as well.
Billy's working the ball around the offensive zone. Keegan Ball drops the pass, and then it's picked off. Poole and the Thunder with numbers up the floor. Iannucci hustles through the middle of the pass to Johnson. Oh, he's got a toe in the crease, and Baldridge is right there to say, no, you don't.
That's a good call by the ref there. I think Sarge definitely had at least a toe in the crease. Good run on the floor by the D, though.
Jordan McBride tries to beat Lentz, hits Keegan Ball. Ducks around his man, passes across the crease to Tom Johnson.
That was way early.
And back the other way we go.
Remo was saying it was this close, but I think he was a good couple feet there, Reams.
Geitch will bring it in, gets it to his brother Alex on the far side. Has some space against McGrady. McBride trying to get over to take the screen away from John Lentz, and now Ilya takes a overhand bouncer, ends up in the corner, grabs his own loose. With Johnson on his back. Now Geitch spins, shoots. McDonald makes a toe save, but the rebound's dribbling on the doorstep, and now Lentz will pick it up and ask for help from Shane Jackson, who's cutting across the floor.
Yeah, I'd like to see Johnny just use his legs there instead of trying to call out the offensive and make a not make a scene, but you know, he just use your legs, run the ball down the floor, and let your offensive guys settle up. Then you can move it a little bit easier.
Hodgson hands off to Harding. He waits for help, picked up by Alex Geitch. Harding takes it. McBride has the ball. Geitch sets another pick, and McBride's in trouble in the corner. He hits his trailer, and Geitch drops it. All the way down to Tyak. He'll probably just have to play some catch here with Brody McDonald. Off a glove in the Langley bench, and the Thunder will bring it up. 15-13 to go, tie game. There's 5-3 heading into this period. Now 2 unanswered, Turner and McMichael.
And that's what Langley needed. They needed to come out and set the tone for this third period early.
Belton bounces one out of play, and then Geitch took a spill on the play.
Yeah, I think that might have been an ankle. Nad's notorious for having bad ankles. I think he might have just rolled over on it. The old turf monster might have jumped up and grabbed him. Doesn't look to be doing too good there. And Nad's a warrior, though. He'll bounce back, I think.
It's in the Geitch DNA, I think.
Yeah, well, he's just got bad ankles from playing all those years of hockey down at school, right?
And then Summers
up on the wooden floor.
Up here, and there you go. Hawk against Cummings. He hands off to Ilya. He spins inside, and a hard check slid over from Trent Hawk. The rookie who tries to chase a loose ball down in front of his own bench. Levesque swats it back. Well, Milan Geitch comes up and swats it back to Robinson, who's coming out of the back gate tonight. Alex hits the goaltender in the air from past center.
I think what they're trying to do here in New West is get back to old school lacrosse, where they're playing most of their old guys out the D door, so where they can run the transition the opposite way and push the Langley guys to get off the floor a little bit quicker, a little bit harder.
Reinhold tangles through a couple defenders, takes his shot off the Tyak and out of play, so the Thunder will keep it.
Second possession, see if we can capitalize.
Turner through traffic behind the back, just misses. And Ross jumps up in the air to get it. Reinhold quickly over to attack him and give him the extra bump as they exchange a couple hacks in front of the bench. So easily rattled. As Goodwin spins, crease dive. Milan Geich falls on top of him. So Goodwin gets a toe in the crease with the ball in his hand, so the Bellies go back to the way. 13:30 to go, tie game.
Yeah, it's good to see the young fella taking the ball hard to the net, though, right? You got to try and make things happen. You can't just sit outside like they've been doing the majority of the first 2 periods here.
2 Goodwins tonight, 2 Midskis, 4 Geiches.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
Schuss tries to get it on Midski. One-handed pass inside is knocked down by McMichael. Picked up by Geich, who tucks one. Bouncer. Right in the tight of the mesh as it pops right back out. It's another beautiful shot by Ilya Geich, 6'5".
Yeah, Brody's not going to do too much about that, you know what I mean? He's on his wrong side. He just powers the ball, far side, low glove. And yeah, I've said it a couple times now, just a great shot by a great player. This is a big face-off here for Langley. Sean Robinson's had himself a night of the dot, that's for sure.
Yeah, he came into this game with .436%. The things I noticed looking through the face-off stats this entire league is that there's almost no one in the 60% range. There's not that 1 or 2, there's no Snyder brothers in this league, so that helps out the stats a little bit for some other guys, but we don't see it. A successful guy in the NLL on a certain night will have 70%, maybe 80% against certain teams, but it's pretty much 500 lacrosse in the face-off dot here in the WLA.
Yeah, well, it's just a parity, right? As you said, there's no dominant Jeff Snyder, Bob Snyder. Ian Poole normally has his way with most guys at a night, but anybody can beat anybody any given night here.
Heavener leads the league, and he's at .597, right under the 60% mark. And his teammate Dylan Evans is .583.
Yeah, those are 2 good draw guys for sure.
Krepensek through the middle takes a shot that Tyak turns away. The Bellies again are up by 1 and in possession with under 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, good news for Bellies fans there. And Nat Geich just tried to make a run. Seems like he could be all right.
Keegan Ball, backdoor pass for McBride, and McDonald will break up that play. 260 in the jackpot tonight. Is that average here in Langley? Big, low?
I think that's pretty close to average. I think the Bellies bring a little bit more fans than most teams, but we're pretty sitting around par.
Now the Bellies faithful, most of them. So for the camera's sake, are sitting on the camera side, so it looks like there's a bit less. We've got a few underneath on the concession side here at the Langley Event Center. Licensed concession. This guy tries to spin, hands back to Johnson. To Alex Geich, who drops a pass, and Lintz is quick to jump Alex Geich. Lintz in some trouble. Harding swats it back. Tries to get a one-handed grab, but Ian Poole's there for the loose ball. I wish they kept track of loose balls in the WLA, because he would be right up there.
Oh, he would definitely be up there in the league.
Even though he take off his face-off loose balls out of the equation, he's still going to be up there.
Yeah, he's just a hard-working guy. He's not afraid to get his nose dirty going into the corner against 1, 2, sometimes even 3 guys and come up with the ball.
Oh, Alex Geich trying to break his slump, rings one off the crossbar.
I think our goal judge might have been sleeping on that one. That looked into me. Beautiful shot by Alex.
So he goes over and sets pick for Keegan Ball. To Ilya Geich, lets one go high-low. And a loose ball behind the net. Logan Schuss has been quiet here in the third. As he buries, there's his hat trick. All right.
There he is.
Take the words out of my mouth, Logie.
Yeah, that's
his hat trick goal.
That's tough.
6-6.
Just kind of a broken play, and the wrong guy gets the ball right on top of the crease.
17th of the year for the rookie Logan Schuss, who's not just leading rookies in goal scores, but if it wasn't for a guy named Curtis Dixon, he'd be up there in the overall league goal standings as well.
Yeah, he's just running away with the league this year, isn't he, Mr. Dixon?
60 2 points.
In what, like 9 games?
9 games.
It's gross. Absolutely gross.
Closest guy is 41. Now, you know, that's a 5-game deficit, basically, if you go 5 in a night.
Oh, yeah, he can take a couple nights off. There's our buddy Mr. Ross doing the old flopperooski.
Alex tries to swim through a couple defenders. Van Beek holding on pretty tight. They give Alex Geitz a ride. Then they beat him up as Alex looks fired up from Van Beek. Poole slides over to help. But just, you know, he was about to get up and get frustrated again, and then he got another bump.
Yeah.
To get under his skin a little bit more. Van Beek's just relentless.
Let's go down to Kylie. Kylie, take it away.
Yeah, Beek's not afraid to muck it up with those little loose ball scrums. He likes to lay his body around. Sometimes I think he still thinks he's playing a field game where he's got that 7-8 yards rule.
You have won gift certificates to Stampede Tack and
pair of
Western Wear.
penalties.
Congratulations, Section D, row 7. You each won
And
$50.
4-on-4 lacrosse, I think. Last time we saw this, each team scored a goal. They like that extra space. The first 2 goals of the game, actually. Alex Turner opened it up, and then Logan Schuss got himself one as well.
Yeah, well, this is almost a must score for Langley here. You want to get this deficit within 1 with all this open floor, excuse me.
Ryan Nucci tries to catch one deep inside. So Langley fought back and tied it up with the first two goals of this period. Now it's been the last 2 for the Bellies, who are back on top with 9:16 to go. Keegan Ball dishes far side. Logan Schuss tries to dig his way. Pass down to the crease to McBride behind the back, and McDonald kicked it away.
Yeah, that was a good find by Keegan Ball to see, or Logan Schuss, sorry, to see Jordan going through the middle. Just, you know, bad angle shot. Just tried to make something happen.
Good win to Inucci against Ross. Shot hard. And Reinhold will bring it back into the O-zone. Goodwin looking for help. In deep is Toll. Being chased by Ross. Tries to get escape and get a shot off, but he can't do it. And the Bellies will start with their ball at center and a fresh clock. Still 4-on-4 for 52 seconds.
Yeah, that was good. Good pressure D by Kyle Ross. not allowing the old guy for Langley to do much with the ball there, Jared Toll.
Harding tries to find his way through a couple defenders, can't do it. Trent Hopp picks up the loose and headmans it to McMichael. He's looking for a pass ahead of the play. Chance to go one-on-one against Marty Cummings. Finally dishes far side. Johnson, actually, rather, caught for a shift and will go for a change. McMichael inside, and Konechny breaks up the play.
Yeah, that's a tough pass by Nucci. I don't know why we're trying to force these passes going through the middle like that. There's guys on hands, and, you know, just pull it out. There's still lots of time left on the offensive shot clock.
Don't forget Langley Thunder autograph session coming up right after the game down on the floor.
Ilya Gaich, with tar on his feet, brings the games down to a snail's pace. Now he starts his motion, comes through the middle, and hit a body.
Got numbers here coming the other way.
Poole trucks it to center, ball.
Didn't realize.
Ran the car off the road. Now Turner. Inside, Alex Geitz waits for him. Hits his trailer, Shane Jackson. Back to Turner. Lets one go through a bunch of bodies, and Tyak saw it. Shane Jackson's going to come alive for one here. He's had a quiet night.
Yeah, he's got to. In order for this Langley offense to get going, somebody's got to throw him on their shoulders and just start carrying the boys, right? Shane's definitely got the skill and the know-how to do it. I'd like to see Nucci maybe step up a little bit more here in the later part of the game, too, being a veteran guy.
Weir tries to chase Ilya Gaich back behind the back pass, right into the stick of Johnson. He looks at Jared Toll out of the gate. Jared Toll on the breakaway. Buries. There's the transition goal they're looking for.
Yeah, that was exactly what they needed here. Coming out last six and a half to go. I didn't see who got the flip on the ball there, but Tolley just came out of the box hard, put the ball in the net.
Scott Johnson, who looked up ahead of the play. Toll gets his second of the year in just his third game. as he'll help that back end. That's been the story of successful teams in the WLA this year, is secondary scoring out of the defense. Even though they're rolling him out of the front gate tonight, he's usually back there. Burnaby's been so good at that. New West has been so good at that as well this year. As Mitch got bumped pretty hard and lost a bucket on the play.
Yeah, he's all right. Tough kid.
Now Poole gets chopped high and hard by Hodgson. Langley bench wants a penalty. Close referee Thomas says, no, you don't.
Nah, that's it.
Tor Reinhold, jump shot bouncer out of play, and the Bellies will try to answer back with under 6 to go.
That's a good no call there. It's just, the Bellies are playing hard-nosed defense. They're trying to push the pace of the game, and you can't really blame a team for that.
The pace has picked up. 1-goal game with 6 minutes to go. This could go either way. Johnson sets a big hard pick for Schuss, but he gets hammered down to the ground by Trent Hawk.
This kid's just putting together a season already.
Ball turned it over. Hawk or Logan?
Hawk. Logan, yeah. You expect,
both of them, but that's pretty good defensive shift.
You expect it from the first overall pick or the second overall pick, whatever he was. But Trent Hawk going as late in the draft as he is to make such an impact. I think the kid's only sat out 1, maybe 2 games back, and he's playing a pivotal role on this high-pressure Langley defense that they like to run here.
Yeah, this will be a 6th game out of 7. So.
Yeah, so he's only sat the 1 game, and I think that was the first game of the year against Coquitlam where they didn't really know what they were getting with him yet.
Gage back to Jordan McBride. Sidearm shot short side is wide of the net. And Johnson has had a couple loose balls in transition tonight. And Poole has a trailer. It's Mitski. He shoots. And that one ends up in the corner as the Thunder push the pace here in transition. But so will the Bellies. Lunny up the floor to Jesse Fair. Alberta native. John Lintz, another one. There's a couple on the floor tonight.
This is just
we got Saskatoon on the floor today. We got 2 Alberta boys.
A bunch of Ontarios. Got a couple Okanagans. Can't forget them.
Yeah, the rare Okanagan imports. Oh, big hit. Gaijon Van Beek.
Those are 2 solid kids getting together.
And Jackson in transition. Barry short side low. It comes alive and ties the game.
Yeah, there's not too many games where Shane's not going to score, right? As long as he's getting his opportunities, he's getting the ball on net, he's going to put it in. His offensive skill is just, it's too good to shut down for a whole game. You're not going to shut down the Logan Shushes. You're not going to shut down the Ilya Gaiches. You're not going to shut down the Ethan Iannucci's. And, Shane's definitely up there with that caliber of lacrosse player.
He's going stride for stride, point for point with Iannucci this year. They both get their 10th of the season in this game. Turner still leads the team with 15 now. Well, that's a lot of left-handed goal scoring.
Yeah, and that's for a team that everybody said their weakness was going to be their left side goal scoring, right?
Yeah, you add in Mitch McMichael with a handful so far, and starting to round itself out. McBride throws one towards the net, and it's off the back wall all the way down to Tyak. They'll try to get up the floor as the shot clock expires, and Langley will start with it deep. 3:18 to go in a tie game.
Mr. Tyak was lucky that one didn't go out. That was close to being a delay, I think. What a game we got so far here.
I think so. It's going to come right down to the final possession of this one. As Iannucci fans on a shot. Rebound up for grabs is picked off by Fair. Seems there's been a couple standout guys on the other side that are grabbing all the loose rocks tonight. And Johnson and Poole on one end, Fair and Hodgie on the other. As Alex Gaich can't split a double, McGrady picks up the loose ball, slows the pace down, and looks up the floor.
Yeah, I think that's just, good basic fundamental lacrosse. Certain guys not trying to play with, certain guys started playing within their roles. Loose ball guys are getting loose ball guys right now. Offensive guys are putting the ball in the net or getting good quality shots. D guys are definitely stepping up here at the 7-7 game.
Reinhold gets inside, falls, can't get a decent shot off, and it's off the glass. Picked up by Konechny. Slow stalk up the floor as Reinhold bumps in into the bench.
My arch nemesis, Chet Konechny.
You guys had some battles?
Oh, he got me good here last year, I'll say that.
He's an instigator, man, for sure.
He's a tough kid. He knows how to throw his hands.
You know, he's not Rory Smith, but he's a good pickup if Rory Smith is not going to report.
Ask Jumbo about that one the next time you talk to him. That was a tough one for myself, I'll say that, yeah. Left me with a nice little mark on my lip.
He's not a big guy. Like you outsize him pretty good.
Oh, he's way wider and way stronger than I am.
Nova Scotia in the building, as we mentioned all these other provinces.
Chad, he's from Scarborough, Ontario.
He's listed Truro, Nova Scotia.
Oh, really?
I don't know if maybe he's just born there.
Yeah, he might have been born there, but I definitely can guarantee you that he played his minor lacrosse for the Scarborough Saints.
Final 90 seconds of a tie game here from the LEC. Logan Schuss, who has 3 tonight. Double team slides over. Schuss doesn't take it. Now he winds up. We're about 10 feet off the wall. And Brody McDonald makes his save. Do we want to see a timeout here at some point?
No, not yet. Just try and use this, try and get the shot off with about 10 seconds to go, pick up a loose ball, and then maybe go for it. You're still going to get another possession here regardless, right? So you don't want to waste it now.
Levesque legs it in. Paul's dropped, and Jackson's there to pick up the loose ball off the wall. 52 seconds to go in the game. 7 on the shot clock for Brandon Goodwin. Tries to get inside. Milan Geitch knocks him out of the way. And the Bellies will try their hands at a possession here with 43 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think you'll see the Bellies try and go for a 2-for here. Try and shoot the ball with about 15 seconds to go on the shot clock, pick up a loose ball, and then they'll call their timeout. Where on the other hand, Langley's just hoping to shut him down, pick up the loose ball off a muck or maybe a shot, and then they'll use their timeout here.
Offensive zone loose balls haven't been the Belly strong suit tonight. Ilya looks for the go-ahead goal. Big save by McDonald.
Yeah, here it is.
John Lynch grabs it. He'll get the timeout. Belly's bench screaming, or Langley bench screaming for it, rather.
Well, unfortunately, you can't call a timeout from the bench. It has to be a guy on the floor that calls the timeout. So, coaching staff and all the guys on the bench can yell as much as they want. That's a good call by Mr. Thomas, waiting for Johnny Lynch to actually make the call himself.
So the Langley Thunder will start with the ball deep in their own zone with 16.9 seconds to bring it up the floor, try to drop a play, and get a shot. Are we going to extras here from the LEC?
I hope so. It's been a great game so far. I wouldn't mind seeing an extra 10. 2 good teams, bunch of good players on each side here. Goaltending stepped up. But I don't know. I got my money on the Pride of Bowmanville ending it here before we go to extras.
So Shane Jackson will start with it deep. Nick Thomas will blow it in. Not a lot of time to drop the plays. They think they knew what they wanted to try to execute here.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised that we got Jared Toll running on the 6-on-5. I think you're probably going to see him use his big frame and just try and loosen up a guy like Alex Turner and maybe young Mr. Goodwin on the left side, and then we'll get a rotation. And then, as I said, my money's going to be on Shane, but it's probably either Shane or Nooch that's going to be getting this shot.
Jared Toll on the doorstep being punished by Hodgson. His bellies line up 3 high and 2 low. Turner, skip pass across the zone. Nooch rolls one low, saved by Tig. Rebound. Iannucci fighting for it. Hodgson grabs it. He'll call a timeout with 1.4 seconds. So not a lot to do for the New Westminster Salmon Bellies, but maybe draw something up that they can carry over.
Yeah, and I'm not
overtime.
I'm not too sure what Coach Rhodes had in plan there, but I can't see that being the play that he had drawn up. Nooch just kind of stayed at that right shooter and caught it and shot it all in one motion there. There wasn't too much movement going through the middle. It wasn't any pick setter besides Tolley floating around in the middle.
This will be the first overtime game of the year for any team.
I thought Burnaby and Nanaimo went into overtime earlier.
Oh no, Maple Ridge and Coquitlam.
Oh, okay.
Back on May 25th, the Maple Ridge ended up scoring a few goals in that one, 14-12. But Langley and New West in their first of 3 meetings. We'll need extras. We'll take a 2-minute break on the score clock, and then we'll get a 10-minute non-sudden death frame.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between that. I'd like to see a sudden death where it's go, but in the same sense, you don't want to see a team lose off of a mistake in overtime. I guess that's the name of the game, though. Got a T-Rich sighting on the big board there.
Taking in his bellies.
So what's the word on him? Is he just tired, not playing, hurt?
I haven't heard. Everybody's been pretty quiet about it.
They're keeping it hush-hush over there.
Yeah, he keeps telling people that he hasn't practiced and that's why he hasn't played. But why aren't you practicing? Maybe, I don't know if he's got work commitments this summer. There's a lot of guys who have been slow to come back from long NLL seasons. Like, where's Mike Grimes to say he's going to be back by the end of the month?
Well, yeah, I know Grimes, he definitely has work commitments. So from what I hear down in the Langley locker room, I think they're expecting him somewhere between, the end of this month, which will be a tremendous pickup for Langley. But T-Rich not playing. Luckily Tyak's played well, and he's kept him in, if not all of most of these games. But that's a big loss for New West if he decides not to suit up.
So overtime begins, an extra 10. I'm a sudden death guy myself. I think the fans eat that up.
Yeah.
In a high-scoring lacrosse game too. This one hasn't been as much. I don't know how many goals we'll see here in OT, but you do see when there's non-sudden death teams that'll, one team will get 3, one will get 2, or we'll see. 4 and 3, we could see 7 goals in the next 10 minutes. The teams get that extra step going.
Yeah, my guess is going to be we're going to see a 1, maybe 2 goals by one team overtime here. I don't think it's going to be too much. I think a lot of the guys are going to be a little bit tentative with it being like a rivalry game, like you said.
A win tonight for Langley. It would put them in a tie with Victoria in first place, but Vic has the season series so far. And a win for New West would tie them with Maple Ridge and Langley both in second place. And
Langley's, they're up games too on Victoria, right? Like they got 2 in hand? Or Victoria has 2 in hand on Langley?
I think so, yeah. The Belly's season series is done with Maple Ridge. They lost that one. But they'll have the advantage of the first and 3 if they take this one tonight. As overtime begins, Tom Johnson pass inside for Ilya Geich. He's looking for a holding call. He's not going to get one here in OT. Loose ball scrum in the Langley end. Harding's after it. But they run out of time. The Thunder will get their first good offensive look at the extra frame. Pick set for good when he hits his trailer. It's Shane Jackson. Back to Turner. Fakes a pass. And that Geich stalks him. Turner goes far side to Iannucci. Against Ross. Gets Iannucci high. He backs off. Lets a shot off. Rebound.
Nice try, Alex Turner. Making a living up at the front of that net there recently.
Taking a beating there tonight. It's been his home. Down on that crease. Bellies will try again. Crowd in nervous anticipation here. It's pretty quiet. Zelia gets around his man. Jump shot. Brody McDonald makes the save. Rebound goes to Midsky. And the Thunder look up the floor. Ian Poole. Geich and Lintz collide heading off the floor. No calls on the play.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the matchup that Langley's looking for. Is the first year Hugh Weir on a player of Ilya Geich's caliber.
Foot race at center. Fair against McMichael. Fair's going to win the race. And hits the trailer. Hodgson. Man through the middle as Tom Johnson takes a shot. And that one ends up wide, but Fair grabs the loose ball. And the Bellies will go to work.
That's hard off the bench by Matt McGrady to break that up.
Johnson plants himself down in the crease. Ball rips one wide. Keegan Ball grabs the rebound, but it's knocked off by McGrady. 2 Bellies hustle back to break up the play. And McGrady will wait for his offense. Shot high. And Tyak made a good shoulder save on Toll. Geich to Geich. To McBride.
Got some new flashy helmets on the Bellies this year. Some loud stickers working.
Marty Cummings gets through the middle, but he's stripped by the double. The trailer's Tom Johnson takes a shot. Now they all got the same. They got the same shoes on. They all got the same socks on.
Yeah, they get treated well in New West. I know my first year I came out here, I got called up to a couple games, and they get treated real well.
A lot of nice gear.
Well, nice swag, yeah. Got to look good, feel good, play good, right?
Iannucci shakes off a check, and Konechny picks up the loose ball. The Bellies have numbers up the floor. Konechny to Ross. Ross winds up, fires, and that shot is well wide and out of play.
That's the guy you want shooting the ball on that transition play, definitely. You don't want to give it to Hoge. Hoge has been having a good offensive year, and Chet Konechny can definitely put the ball in the net, too. Smart play by the Langley defense.
As they took away both passes and let McDonald stand up to Ross. Iannucci takes a chop from Robinson. And as the patented shot, it's off the foot of Reed Midsky.
See, but he's not setting himself up for that shot anymore. He's getting the ball with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock, wasting 10, and then trying to go for it, right? Why not let the other 4 offensive guys do a little something for about 10 seconds, and then try and free him up that way? You know, obviously they're locking off on Nuge, being Iannucci.
Poole looks for a pass before for Belton, and breakaway. Cal Belton tiptoes the crease. Great heads-up play to know he had a bad shot on that side. He's able to tiptoe the line. But Tyak stood his ground.
A couple fancy stick angles by Mr. Belton there, and Tyak just stayed with him, made the save.
Belton again wants to answer back.
That's a missed call.
Langley will get to keep it, get a fresh clock. McMichael will start with it. Under 5 to go here in OT. 8th and Iannucci. Uses his screen, gets it to Brandon Goodwin. A lot of bodies for Goodwin. Takes a lane bouncer. And Tyak made the stop with his face mask.
You know he wants to put the ball in the net for overtime to send his dad home.
Iannucci back to Goodwin. Jackson tries to find a lane towards the net, but Lunny stands him up. Pass for Iannucci with Jesse Fair like a backpack. Fair rides Iannucci to the ground, loses his bucket, and here come the Bellies. Nenad Gaich with Tom Johnson barely through the middle. Johnson in too deep, double comes over. He escapes, gets out of trouble, and is able to bring in his own loose balls. His strong night continues here in OT.
Nice hands, Mr. Johnson.
Gaich around his man. Crease dive. McDonald stands up to that one.
We haven't had much for the way offense here in overtime, but the chances we have had, the goalies had to make some nice saves.
Under 4 to go. Torrin Reinhold will give it a try. Goodwin getting lots of floor here in the overtime frame. So they go 3 lefties again. Reinhold, 10 on the shot clock, into the middle. Ross aggressive on him with the hacks and whacks. Toll tried to thread a pass for Goodwin. The Bellies use these short, quick, sort of stabbing, quick stabbing slashes on the wrist. It's really tough to catch a pass when guys chopping at your gloves like that.
Well, I think they're just trying to stay on your hands so you can't camp out and like try and pick guys who you want to pass to, right? If you got consistent pressure on you, then it's a little bit harder to make that perfect pass to the guy cutting through the middle.
Jackson slows it down. Reinhold wasn't looking for the pass. Now he's in too deep. Looks like he wants to head back off the floor. Iannucci gets around his man, lets one go. Tyak stands up to it again. And Jesse Fair looks up the floor. Still no goals here in overtime. 7-7, 2:36 to go. Second OT game of the year.
I wonder if we're going to have our first tie. That's the rule that I think stupid. I think if you play your 10 and then it's still a tie, then now let's go to a sudden death.
Play 5 sudden death or something, or 10 more.
What's the soccer? We're going to tie.
I think there's only 1 or 2 last season. Maybe less the year before that.
It's rare, that's for sure. Game of runs like this, but when we do see it, I disagree with it.
Kyle Belton takes a shot, hit a leg on the way through, grabs his own rebound. Belton on the crease, tries to tuck it high, and that one's wide. Under 2 to go. Jackson picks up the loose ball, lets one go. Goodwin on the doorstep, can't get a good shot off, and Hodgson picks up the loose ball. The rookie was seeing the back of the net there.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about where he was going to shoot the ball before he picked it up.
Nenad Geitz charges the creasy, and Poole strips him. Lucy up for grabs, and the rookie Hugh Weir, another former junior Ananak, will leg it out.
Yeah, just going to want to pull this one out, let the offense get on the floor.
He's not a Province boy, too, I think, in Hugh Weir. So he crashes into Shane Jackson, who's down on the floor right now. Slow to get up. Jackson can't come out for his O shift. He'll go for a change. As Reinhold lets a shot go short side. Turner cross crease pass to Toll, and Tyak grabs it down. Minute 8 to go. Jackson's keeled over on the bench right now as 3 Thunder collided at center.
Yeah, I think he might have taken a little bit of a headshot with Nanad trying to pick that little flip pass off by Hugh Weir. He hasn't jumped back up onto the bench yet, that's for sure.
Jordan McBride takes a shot high. McDonald off the back wall. Tom Johnson slows the play down. Johnson inside to Logan Schuss. Pick set for Geich. Schuss takes it. Can't get around his man, though. Gets far side. Alex Geich lets one go. McDonald got a piece of it. Would have been the time to break the slump.
That's the second time he's been looking for that far side top shelf, too, and he's had them both times, just unlucky.
Ilya Geich to Tom Johnson. Shot clock winding down. McBride shoots high, wide. And Krepensek's there for the loose ball, and the Thunder will call a timeout. 20 seconds to go. Probably the final shot of this lacrosse game. Does McDonald come?
Yes. 100% yes.
So 20 seconds to bring it up the floor.
Well, hopefully we can get a little bit more movement on this 6-on-5. I'm assuming it's going to be a 6-on-5. You know, I can't see him putting Brody back in the net, you know. You don't really want to play this game to tie. You play to win.
No, you're right. And this floor is big enough that it's going to take a while for a guy to leg it back the other way.
You know, and if he's good enough to hit a full court shot, then all the power to you, right? Crappy way to lose, but.
Well, it shakes down like this. Goodwin, Iannucci, Belton, Jarrett Toll, Alex Turner, and Jackson, who was a little bit shaken up on that last shift, but they'll start with it. Shane Jackson will start with it deep in his own end, leg it up, and then we'll see some motion start here around 10 maybe.
This makes me think Nanad might have been playing the last little bit of the period hurt. He normally would be out here instead of Reed Metzke or Kyle Ross.
Motion starts. Alex Turner, top of the crease. Shane Jackson in for Jarrett Toll. Charges the crease, shoots high. Tyak makes the save. Rudmitsky tries to chase down the loose ball and throws one down to end this game on a tie.
Yeah.
No satisfaction here tonight. Everything just left up in the air. Unfinished business.
That just makes the following game Thursday, or the next Thursday in Queen's Park, makes it a little bit more exciting.